What? Seriously, Grubhub? I tell you what, they seem like they're becoming employers more and more. Stick around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you enjoy the content I have on this channel, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell icon so you'll be notified of any new videos that will be coming out. Now, let's get down to business. I don't know if y'all have watched the little short video that I did the other day talking about how Grubhub wouldn't allow me to unassign an order without it going against me, against my ratings. Even though they said that the order would be ready, and it wasn't ready, and it wasn't going to be ready for another hour because the restaurant had just confirmed that order. Now, I don't know how they go about setting up the pickup time, but it was way off. And I'm not talking about 10, 15 minutes. The girl literally told me it would be at least an hour. So I called Grubhub support, and they wouldn't allow me to unassign it without it affecting my rating. And that kind of sounds like an employer, doesn't it? Kind of does to me. And I probably should have just stuck with that order and just worked the other apps. But you know, technically speaking, they want us just to work for them. So if that was the case, I'd have been sitting there for at least an hour. But as I did it, you know, somebody made a comment that I probably should have just kept the order and went and did DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever. And they're right. I probably should have. But I didn't. Because it kind of became like, you're going to tell me because you messed up that I have to pay the price and lose money by waiting on that order? No, I don't think so. So I unassigned it. It was just a principle of the matter, I guess. You know, like I said, I should have probably just kept the order and delivered it, but just worked a couple other apps or something while I was waiting on that hour. Now, today, when I log on to Grubhub, y'all check this out. Let me show you. Hang on just a second. Yeah, but y'all check this out. Can y'all read that? I'll put a screenshot up here, but what it says is, want to take a rest? After you've been delivering for 2 hours, you can pause your offers up to 10 minutes. Sounds a lot like a break. We'll let you know here when you're able to take a pause. They're gonna let you know when you can take a break. Oh, the words that I could think of to say to that, but I'm not going to, because we all pretty much know what those words would be. Oh, Grubhub makes me laugh sometimes, and I'm still kind of new to them, but talking about acting like an employer. Now, this is 2 things, not 4 things, 2 things in the last 2 days. It sure makes them sound like employers. So what do y'all think? Have y'all seen this notification yet? I just, when I turned on Grubhub a few minutes ago, I just saw that and I was like, wow, want to take a rest. I guess if they call it a rest, it's not like calling it a break time. I don't know. But yeah, have y'all seen that? What do y'all think about it? It's kind of wild, huh? Anyway, for right now, that's all I have to say about Grubhub. That is kind of negative. Everything else about Grubhub that I have experienced personally has all been positive. I like how they now, well, ever since I've been on it, they've showed your miles, but I know from watching other videos, they haven't always showed the mileage and stuff. So that's a nice thing, is you can see the mileage. They have normally have decent pay orders. Now granted, they are probably the only app that I have that sends you 17 to 25 miles. And sometimes those are, it's like 50, comes out like 50 cents a mile. The pay is not that good. It sounds good until you figure your miles, because you got to remember, if it's 19 miles to the drop-off zone, then it's 19 miles back to where you're at when you get that order. That's 38 miles. And if it's paying $20, you know, that's less than 50 cents a mile. Do the math. Just think about it. Those numbers sound really good. The dollar amount sounds really good, but if you really think about it, it's not. Unless you just having to make that money. And I am not against highway miles at all, especially with this car, because I checked it the other day. We went out of town. Gets 25 miles a gallon out on the road. Now, I know a lot of y'all say, man, that's terrible. I get more than that in town. Well, yeah, you're right. But I really like this car, as long as it'll keep running. But like what I was getting at is, generally speaking, you're going to get better gas mileage out on the highway, and it's not as hard on your the wear and tear on your car, because you're not having to brake all the time and twist and turn and do 360s and donuts and burnt outs, and you get what I'm saying though, right? It's less stress on your vehicle. So taking those highway miles is not that bad, but when you start talking about dollars to miles, not really worth it. Nevertheless, Grubhub. Y'all do Grubhub? What do y'all think about it? It's just things that I'm noticing. It was just what popped up, and actually I had another idea for a video today, but when I turned Grubhub on, that popped up. I thought, now that's something worth talking about and sharing with y'all that don't know, or that may not have Grubhub so you wouldn't know, or you haven't been on Grubhub, and apparently this is a new update, so you may not have been on Grubhub in the last few days. And you got a surprise when you're coming on, at least in my market anyway. I don't know if it's national or if it's just right here in North Texas. But anyway, y'all let me know what you think. In the meantime, y'all be nice to one another. Keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, and doing whatever it is you want to do. Just make sure you keep doing something, because you're gonna grow old if you don't. If you just sit there and don't do nothing, you're gonna get old. So get out, do something, have some fun, enjoy life. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.